Wait, you're
Where
singing?
you lead.
I will follow
Anywhere.
that you tell me. And no more.
Yeah.
Copyright
Copyright.
reasons.
Welcome back, guys, to How You Holding Up, where I, Jane,
And I, Dagny.
explore the wonderful world of media and how it's held up. But before we do that, Dagny, how you holding up?
Quite literally not well.
All
I got
right.
my MRI results. My back, man, oh man, is she fucked up. My vertebrae, out of place. I have 4 slipped discs. All of them have tears around them. And now I'm going to milk that for all it's worth. I'm not doing anything. Picking up something heavy? No way.
You didn't tell them the best part.
What?
You're missing several pieces of your vertebrae.
I'm not... That would be... Yeah, they just disappeared. None of them. No, I have all of them as far as I know. They're just dislodged. And no wonder I've been in so much pain every day. So physically, my body is not being held up well. Mentally, pretty good.
Mentally, Papa's good.
Yeah, things are fine.
All right.
I'm excited for this episode, so I'm going to keep that short. The
Yeah.
biggest thing about me right now, my back, it's bad. Jane, how are you holding up?
I'm doing good. I'm holding up. I'm fucking there. I'm holding and I'm up, and it's been raining a lot in LA, and it's been really dark, and all of those things together are fine. I'm fine with them. I'm good. They make me feel fine. And we're just going to speed on ahead because this episode is going to be a big one. It's also going to be a really fun one, and we want to introduce our guest for the day. It's Brennan Lee.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me.
Wow.
How you holding up?
My vertebrae is fine.
Good.
I have all my discs.
Don't fucking rub it in, dude.
I will. I'll knock you right over.
Look at those feet.
I'm
He's
excited.
so proud of his healthy back.
My spine's connected. I can do
Yeah.
whatever I need with
Can't
my
relate.
phone.
Can't relate. I have to sit here because we need back support to record this.
God, we're old.
Yeah, but today's episode is a fun one. It's going to be Gilmore Girls, and I say it slowly like that because I can't say it quickly, and I will probably mispronounce it during this episode, and I'll say...
Wait, why is it hard for you to say?
I don't know.
Gilmore
Here,
Girls?
I won't even think about it. Here, ready? Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, that's not good.
But you're still saying it. I think people still get it.
Gilmore Girl?
Gilmer. Gilmer Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls? See, so that's why I got to focus.
Okay. Lock in then.
I am.
Gilmore Girls. The greatest TV show ever made.
And we're going to talk about all the seasons because it is a show that ran from 2000 to 2007.
Mm-hmm.
So she's an old girl. Can I say that?
Sure.
She's
I mean,
aged.
I mean, we're older, and I think her back is probably fine.
All the vertebrae are there for that show, for sure.
The bones are there for that show.
I guess I wanted to tell people quickly before you guys jump in is we have kind of an interesting dynamic today for the episode, which is you've got me and Dagny who've seen the show quite a bit, and Brennan is currently in the process of watching it and has gone pretty far. We're not like doing this and he's only seen season 1. But it is really interesting to see like someone who grew up on it and now you're like getting introduced to it and your feelings on it, and just basically I guess we're curious what has been the trajectory. Like, are you getting angrier? Are you getting...
Yeah, so for context, once a year around July, I pick a new traditionally chick show to watch, and I've been doing this the last couple of years.
Nice.
It just felt like a big blind spot for me on like pop culture and references and the entertainment industry in general. So like last summer was Sex and the City, and which I loved, and I felt like I learned a lot from it. And then my friend Christine Stemmer, who's a incredible writer and performer, and like a voracious writer, like when she writes bits, it's like wordy.
Shout out Christine.
Shout out Christine.
Did I
Christine?
I think I just said shit out
Yeah.
Christine.
Again, shout out Gilmore Girls. But yeah, she like writes a lot for her
Yeah.
bits, and she told me like a lot of her influence comes from
It's very wordy.
from Gilmore Girls, and so she was like, yeah, you should watch it, and so I took her up on it, and I started watching it, and I was like, this show is both simultaneously crazy and not crazy at all.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
It's white girl crazy.
Yeah, New England private school
White girl crazy.
culture.
Yeah.
It's if you want to do research into that culture, the buck stops.
You
with
do.
Gilmore
Yeah.
And let me
Girls.
tell you some. You do.
You do. Like I said
Yeah.
in our Twilight episode, if you haven't watched Gilmore Girls, kill yourself.
Don't.
No.
I'll bleep
I'll
that.
bleep it again, and I'll say it for every episode that I'm passionate about. But actually, don't do that. But if you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. Get your
Well,
little
give us the
subscription, watch
breakdown.
it.
If you haven't seen it, like give us the idea of what the show is.
How much time do we have?
No. A synopsis.
Okay, Gilmore Girls. It is. I kind of just did that. Gilmore Girls. I kind
fucking
of
told you.
Sorry,
Gilmore
I gave you
Girls.
shit.
Gilmore
Gilmore
Girls.
Girls. It's an
GG.
incredible TV show that has no flaws whatsoever, except for when they say the R word a few times throughout the series. Otherwise, no notes.
None.
No,
I got notes. But
I do actually have notes.
I have
And
notes too. Yeah.
fun facts. But Gilmore Girls is about Lorelai Gilmore, plural, the Lorelai's Gilmore. Lorelai Gilmore, played by Lauren Graham, and her daughter, Rory Gilmore, played by Alexis Bledel. They are the best of friends and grew up in Stars Hollow. Rory did. Go with me. This is going to be disjointed.
If you need me to jump in, just let me know.
You know I'm not good at doing
I'll do it.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
It's a story about a mom and her daughter in a small town and the friends that they have in that small town and the relationship between a mother and a daughter in a small town and just the relationship between women in general.
But here's the rub. Lorelai gets pregnant with Rory when Lorelai was 16. In a very well-to-do, upright family and
Very rich.
community. Yeah. And our story starts 16 years after that.
If you do the math, Rory is 16 when the show starts.
And what that does is it makes the mom really hot.
Yeah, she's in the first season. I've watched this show 4 times through. This is my 4th rewatch of this show, and it's crazy. When I started it, I was like, "Oh shit, I am the age of Lorelai in season 1 right now," and that's really strange to be her age. But fun to watch it in a new light.
But at least you don't have a 16-year-old kid.
I don't, and I gotta say, thank God.
So you don't like Rory.
I am not a Rory hater. I actually have a very soft spot for Rory. She makes poor choices.
Oh.
In several, you haven't even seen some of her poorest choices. I will say,
I should
Sleeping
also
with a Married
clarify.
Man is probably her biggest one, but
I should tell people I have only watched halfway through season 5 at this point. I started in the early fall.
You're in the sweet spot right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
For big fans, he's about to start the Logan journey.
Yes, it
I'm
has.
so sorry.
And it's begun
I'm sorry.
too.
Yeah. And
So I've gotten mixed reviews on Logan. I don't know if that's jumping the gun, but I've heard like all different variety of takes.
I think
on
that's the
Logan.
great thing about the show is
there's lots of opinions.
if we're going to say, my general opinion on the show is that I think it is really great because it does a really good job of making people take sides. And if people are taking sides, that means that they're locked in. And if they're locked in, that means that they're watching the whole show. So I think it is a great show. I think it knows how to push your buttons. And besides the very last seasons, which Dagny, I think you told me, like, we lost our showrunner for the last.
Yeah, I can
those last 2 seasons?
I wrote down exactly what happened so I don't spread any fake news about Gilmore Girls. So when Amy Sherman Palladino and her husband, Dan Palladino,
Whatever.
Amy's the star, leave the show, we get a little lost in the last season, but I love this cast of characters so much. I'll watch them do anything. And jumping way ahead, I also liked Netflix A Year in the Life, which is when Amy Sherman Palladino came back and she wrote how she wanted it to end. So the main sticking points and why they left was a disagreement over the length of the show's renewal and a demand for more resources such as a larger writing staff and a dedicated stage director. which they didn't get. And so the result was the Palladino's involvement ended, and David S. Rosenthal took over as new writer and producer for season 7 only. And yeah, she returned for a year in the life, and that.
And no one really
she
talks
gets to
about
do
those
her-
last 2 seasons.
No,
It's true. No one has ever asked me my thought on those
Yeah.
2 seasons. Partially because I haven't gotten there, but also because I don't
Also-
think I get the sense nobody cares.
You've seen the best of it. There's moments still to see that are fun, and honestly, I just kind of said, I will watch these little cast of characters do anything. I think the town, they're all very well established characters. I love all their relationships, and just Stars Hollow in general. I would watch a show about it. I had a friend pitch a show, about making a prequel that is just Lorelai moving to Stars Hollow and raising Rory, like that window of time of her becoming an adult in Stars Hollow, which could be interesting.
But
It's the only part we haven't explored.
make what's her name, Laura Graham, play it, even though she's like so.
No, Lauren Graham can be Emily Gilmore. She can be recast as
No, she can't,
her mom.
because Emily Gilmore.
So
I don't.
bad.
Yeah,
You don't like Emily?
No, I love. I mean, she's bad.
Oh,
No, like,
yeah,
he
she's a
wants
That's a
baddie.
bad-
Emily.
Like, yeah.
I
a bad
love
bitch.
Emily.
We see why. What's Lorelai's father's name?
Richard.
We see why Dick's got his claws in her, because she's
She's feisty.
and he likes it.
And
He
it's
does
fun
like
watching
it.
it now that I'm like, oh, well, Lorelai and her are one and the same.
They go through these, like Richard and Emily. I love that all the characters go through their ups and downs, and that relationship is like, oh, they're ride or die. Like, they get mad at each other. There's periods where you're like, they're not gonna make it, and then you're like, yeah,
well,
they
they're
are.
currently
They're
where I
separated.
am. They're separated.
And Richard's living in the pool house.
Yeah.
A few feet away. The panic room thing where
where
that
she
episode
gets
was
the-
very silly.
Yeah, that was all very silly. I thought when he pulls out the jacket, I thought Richard was going to be gay.
I think that's
thought
what
that
the
was
show
gonna
was
be-
trying to do with the like sparkly
And
vest
then
or whatever.
somebody
And then he's
replaced
like,
them as a
he's
writer.
like, by the way, I joined a whatever,
They were like, hold on,
barbershop
it's
quartet.
2005.
Yeah, we can't do
Can't go
that.
that far.
Yeah, Michelle at some point.
No, they'll find their way back to each
Michelle
other.
is a gay man. They just never
They
acknowledge
never
it.
say
He talks
it.
about how much he loves Celine Dion. They just don't say it.
Yeah.
You have to help her with your French, Michelle. Oh no.
I didn't want to.
I just want
I don't think
to.
it would be appropriate.
And you're like, why?
Too many carbs. I'm like,
I
where did they
love
find
Michelle.
this guy?
He's great.
He's so good.
love him.
And he's in the Netflix special as well, and he's just as lovely.
What I appreciate about the show is it is very open about what it is going to be from the pilot episode on. It's all set up.
That's a good point.
Like the the whole notion, my take is the core engine of the show. It's not whether any of the problems are going to get resolved ever. They will get resolved always. The
Yeah.
question is, how long will Lorelai wait to ask for the money to solve it? And that's it. It's
Yeah.
just how long. It may be an episode, maybe 2,
Oh my god,
but
that's
she's
great.
gonna
It always
get
happens.
and everyone always has the cash, and it's
Yeah.
cash on hand.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who.
A check away.
It's a one check away.
Going off that thought, I was gonna say, like, I always my thought when I watch Gilmore Girls,
You can't even
You
say
really
it.
struggled. That's so funny.
Gilmore Girls,
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls, is that I'm like, this would be such a fucking different story if it wasn't riches to rags. Like, if she was just a low income family and she got pregnant, the show would be her and her parents living in the same house together
Forever.
forever.
There's no second house. No one's going to
Rory-
Yale. No one knows the word Yale in
Rory's
most situations.
might go to beauty school,
Yeah.
but she really does want to go to college, and she does online classes. Like,
Yeah.
that's where it's not.
She's crushing it on DeVry, and there's nothing wrong. Like it's awesome. But like this show is great. The notion, this is the best it can be. If you
it's
get
Education
pregnant,
Connection, actually, for
yeah,
that time.
right.
Get the right. Okay.
But
Yeah, you're
yeah.
right.
And the whole price of it being like you have to have a great dinner with us once a week.
I want a weekly dinner. What? Friday nights, you and Rory will have dinner here.
Mom.
And you have to call us once a week to give us an update on her schooling and your life.
Looking back, that's not that huge of a deal. Have dinner with your parents once a month, and the other one is call them once a week
to schedule the dinner.
Yeah, to schedule, and just like call me once a week and update me about your life and have dinner with me on Friday nights. And
I love that.
But
part.
also, it's completely reasonable.
It's completely reasonable.
And Lorelai's like almost turns down the money because
Lorelai
of
tries
this.
to go through a bank.
Yeah, they're like,
She almost
girl,
takes
you're
on
poor.
interest debt.
And like we get that Emily's insane, but
Yeah, she's
as you
not
get
perfect.
older, like you're watching it from it's very interesting to watch it, and not as you age, but like let's say you're older, you have your kind of values set in, whatever. Watching it, we've talked about this. When you're young and you're watching it, you are on Lorelai's side. Hell, you're even just only on Rory's side. You're like, God, she just wants to be a kid. She just wants to be cool.
Right.
And then as you get older, you become a Lorelai. And then as you get older, beyond that, you go, listen to your fucking mom. How dare you not meet for dinner with her?
Yeah.
That's literally all she's asking you.
And
I
I
mean-
think that's honestly kind of speaks to how good the show is that I think it ages really well because as you age, you can watch it from different perspectives.
Right.
And I think that's a testament to how perfect this TV show is.
The management of the generations is impressive.
Yeah.
It does definitely still stack up. I will say, though, from the first 1 or 2 episodes, I did often find myself thinking, like, man, they are still really hard on Lorelai for something that happened
Oh, yeah.
16. I mean, like,
They never let it die.
like, give it a rest. Like, I don't know.
But that's what gives it that balance, right? Then you go, okay, that's why she tried to go through a bank before she doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't want to hear it.
You go long enough where Emily and Richard don't say something crazy that you're like, maybe she's overreacting. And then they do something like soul crushing and like the meanest thing they could possibly say to their daughters. Like, you know what? Actually, Lorelai, don't talk to them anymore.
Which is
Absolutely cut them out. Very valid.
I do want to say it's very real. Like
Yeah.
that is real. That is how it goes. You've known someone since they gave birth to you, or whatever, since they were your parent or grandparent. Doesn't matter. You've known them since childhood. You know what it is. You know who they are, and still they're the only ones that can trick you over and over again into a false sense of, oh, maybe things are okay.
Right.
And that's very real to me to watch that. But this is all very like heartfelt stuff. I want to get to the tea. All right.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Should we talk about the boys?
We got to talk about the boys.
Yo, fuck
Which
all
boys
these
are we
boys.
talking about? Are we
Fuck
talking with
every
Rory's boys
single-
or Lorelai's boys?
all of them.
We have to talk.
All
we
of
gotta
them.
talk
They're all
team.
bad, but-
we got to talk team.
I've realized
Luke
this.
is not bad. Luke's the best.
Luke is not bad.
Yeah, but even,
also he
even
kinda
Luke, I'm
fumbles.
like, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make sense that these two. First of all, I don't really believe at this point where I'm at in the show, and I know I haven't seen all of it. So again, I apologize for that part. But
No.
he is feeding her coffee addiction. And she is his number one customer who brings
Yeah.
everyone else. But for at least 4.5 seasons there, it felt very transactional to me. And I get that they liked each other, but the way I saw it, I was like, y'all two are just the hottest people within like 50 miles.
I think that
this.
is true, but they
drive each other crazy.
do, but in like they want to fuck kind of way.
Is
Like,
that what that looks like?
I
Maybe
feel
I'm out
like-
of the game.
No. I feel like watching it, especially as an adult, I'm like, oh, they were just like flirting from day one. Every time they're interacting, even when they're fighting, they're flirting with each other. And I was like, I'm shocked that it took this long for them to hook up. Like, granted, she had her daughter at home, whatever. She was probably trying to keep like the town, but also it's like it never occurred
men
to
out of the house.
Lorelai. Oh
Keep
yeah,
the men out of the house.
yeah. Lorelai never brought I mean, good on her. Good on for not
Did
bringing.
she never bring anybody to the house?
No, Max was the first one.
Yeah.
And even that, she was like, made him not come over for the longest time because
I
she
did
was like,
not
I don't do
realize
this.
That was the Max thing. I couldn't believe that we just wrote out her divorce. Like it was like they just jumped over that part.
They jumped right past. She was like, and I'm not going to marry him. Because also going back and watching this, Max,
That drives me crazy.
Other than
about
being
this show.
Rory's
They
teacher?
skip big things.
They
they
do.
do.
Why?
They make quick decisions and turn.
Is it budget? Is that all it is? It's just like we just don't have the money to go to Europe to see them backpack.
I don't know what it is. I agree with you that they
Yeah.
could have milked big decisions. Some of them they don't skip, but they seem to skip a lot of personal issues, and then they'll really, really elongate. Like, is Rory going to get into Yale? Is Rory going to go to the private school? Like that is like so long, and it doesn't need to be. No, I agree with you, and I'm wondering if. Maybe it was audience testing. Maybe they're like, we know what's gonna happen, or maybe I don't know. We'd have to ask the showrunner. Do you know why? Why?
When she got into
Tell us your
Harvard, it
reasons.
was. I mean, literally, that was a multi-season. Was that three seasons at least? And she just gets the letter. It's like, or no, they get the letter and she's like, it's heavy. And then and then it's like, all right, she's in. And then we jump to the next season. I was like, what? No, like. Nothing happens.
Yeah, but that was a really sweet moment when she opens the mailbox and she gets a bunch of the big envelopes, which that means you got in, but the small envelopes mean you didn't get in. But you're like, oh wow, Rory, you are smart, girl. Pop off. You got into every college.
Every college, everywhere.
Every single one. And then she's like, honestly, the only reason Yale wasn't in the picture is because Richard went there and Emily. And from when I first, actually it wasn't when I first watched it. It took a while for me to watch it and be like, wait, Yale is driving distance? Why wasn't this always the plan?
Right.
It's the same as Harvard. Like but I get Lorelai was like, I don't want her to follow whatever. But
what I hated about the college plotline of it all was Lorelai being like, there will be no safety schools.
Yeah,
it's Harvard
Which is
or
one
nothing
of the dumbest
else. And I'm
things
like,
she says.
I'm sorry. Do you have no sense of how
it was
higher education works?
That was so funny.
Why
They get
would you
into
do
a
that
Friday
to
night
her?
dinner fight because she finds out that Rory applied to safety schools and Rory actually was being very responsible doing this, and Lorelai was like, what the fuck? One, it's
Richard's like,
Harvard or
let me-
it's nothing. And Rory's like, actually, I think it's fine, Mom. Like, this is normal. Yeah.
Richard's like, here, let me introduce Rory to some of the most powerful people in academia in the country. And she's like, absolutely not. We will not be doing that. I want her to have no connections outside of the Crimson. Like,
It's really strange.
Well, that leads me to my point about I don't like something that I really, really upsets me. And it kind of just upsets me in life. And you can have whatever opinion you want on it. I do not like the best friend relationship between parent and daughter. And I'll say this. I don't think there's anything wrong with as you age, you get like closer with your parents and you have wine with them, or you like go smoke a joint with your mom because you always wanted to or whatever. But I think like in teen years, as you're aging, to me, a lot of the issues that we ran into in the show where it was like, well, why did she do this? Or why did Rory say this? Or why is she's really mean to her mom sometimes. And I'm like, well, that's because Lorelai established like a best friend friendship. And I understand that it's supposed to be like the exact opposite of what her mom did with her.
right.
But it causes me to dislike Rory in a lot of ways because she's sometimes a brat. She's like really doesn't understand that's not your best friend, that's your mom.
And to be fair, Lorelai like pulls the rug on that dynamic quite often.
Oh,
exactly.
You know, so, yeah.
And then when Rory like pushes back and she's like, but you were so easygoing about this. Like, I agree. I'm like, yeah, you were. You shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
You should, so that's kind of, I've honestly taken more issue with that. And maybe because Emily and Lorelai relationship is way more familiar to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
been there, done that, versus the other relationship. I'm like, that is its own fucking mess that I don't like. I don't know what that's going to make. And it shows like as she gets older, but,
You wanted to talk about the boys.
I want to talk about the boys.
boys.
Thanks for bringing us back.
So I have other things to say, but
So when we say we want to talk about the boys, Rory, the
boys in question.
adolescent teenager that she is, as she gets older, she has different love interests. And the first one is Dean, who she meets in high school. Then it becomes Jess. Then it becomes Logan, right?
I'm sure you're biased too
No,
soon.
then it becomes Chad. Chad Michael Murray's character.
No, he's in first season.
He's at Chilton. And honestly,
He never is a
Tristan.
player.
He's not
Tristan's never.
But he like
in there.
very much is into her and is like a kindergartner where he like doesn't know how to flirt and he's just mean to her instead. But he's like got the hots for her from day one. Okay. But she will not.
They bounce him from
entertain it.
Chilton. Like
to
it
military
was
school.
so clear they had longer term plans for this guy, and then he books, I guess, One Tree Hill or something like that,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Well,
It's the same
Bye.
reason.
safe travel, sailor." But
It's the same reason that Lane gets the worst fucking ending of this show.
Yeah, it makes me livid.
Because they had Adam Brody as
who is the only good, I'd say,
yeah.
truly like perfect male character on the show?
yes, and they have him, and he's great for the one season we get him. Or maybe he's there for 2. But then he gets cast on the OC when he goes to college
right.
and never comes back. And then the show fucking forces Lane and Zach together. And then, can I spoil it?
Yeah, do it. Send it.
It's the word. Like, I'm going to ruin it.
It's
and you'll be
already
glad.
it's already so stupid.
It's so stupid. They
don't-
force Lane and Zach together. Zach is so annoying. I don't like Zach at all. And they have twins. And she just ends up like being a stay-at-home mom. They still have the band. But like she gets pregnant with twins and then her mom is like always helping with the twin and they like I think end up living with her mom again.
That is
It's really upsetting 'cause I was like,
I'm so
Lane-
sorry, Lane.
She was set
That's
up
not
to
fair.
have the Adam Brody. Like that was so sweet.
Clearly.
And they could have been Endgame because they had the band together. They were great. And then the fucking OC. And I will never watch that show because they ruined Lane's plot.
What about Nobody
Ruined
Wants
it.
This?
I watched season 1, very cute.
Yeah.
Haven't watched season 2 because I've been watching Gilmore Girls for the 4th time instead.
Nobody wants this.
Why doesn't Hollywood make original content?
I know. I'm not
so
helping.
many years,
I'm
and she's like,
helping.
I'm still not going to watch it. His career
No.
ruined.
Yeah.
Poor Lane.
I know. It's really a shame because
That's who the show should be about.
But I'm going
I
to bring
know.
us back in.
we are. Dean.
Yes.
Let me talk real quick.
Get into
Dean,
it.
I think, is a perfectly written first boyfriend. He is a very good high school boyfriend.
Yes.
And I'm like, I see a lot of parallels of like my high school boyfriend. She did a very good job of capturing the like puppy dog love, I'll do anything to a fault, like aggressively doting to Rory, which is very cute, but also set her expectations way too high for any relationships in the future.
Because
Maybe
men
not too
always
high.
disappoint you.
Yeah, but also Dean was a weird, jealous kind of freak. And then we know she ends up cheating, or he ends up cheating on his wife because they got married at 19 because they live in the smallest goddamn town in the world, and that's
But
what
also,
you do.
Dean was very. The reason why I don't like him is Dean's character is very. He doesn't have aspirations, and Rory does, and he constantly tries to pull her down. There's, am I wrong?
Do you like Dean?
He doesn't have aspirations.
He really doesn't.
It's like if like the truth of that guy. Like maybe that is right. It did make me think back to like high school. Like who were
Yeah.
the guys like that I knew? I feel like there weren't a lot of deans at my high school because like that just would have you just would have gotten that bullied out of you. Like, you know what I mean?
those kinds
Like,
of boys aren't real.
They're just like whatever. But he was like so tall and hot. I'm sure he would have done fine. But
Yeah, that's the thing. He can do whatever. He's tall.
The other thing though, I just want to point out, the dude built a car.
That is crazy.
He didn't
I
buy a
forgot
car.
about that he built her a car.
Built her a car. He can't. I guess there are people who
I
can
guess
be
his
emotionally
talent was
stunned.
himbo.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, I don't know. I really would like to know a little bit more because he was so. I would have liked to see more of him breaking down post breakup.
I can tell you
Yeah.
a little bit more about
know?
him. After him and Rory broke up, what ended up happening is he went back home because he's not from a large town. He's from Chicago or something like that. He went back home, and he went back home to like see his brother, to see his family. And then when he saw his brother, what ended up happening is his mom and dad,
Wait, is this in
he
the
found
show?
out
In the
that they
show?
were demon hunters.
Oh my god!
And then his
Oh,
mom-
shut the fuck up.
I
I can't believe I was going.
so mad how enraptured I was.
Me too. I was like,
I've been starving
this
for
is
that
lore
backstory,
that I didn't
and I
know.
was like, I'm sorry, has this been on hand?
That's
the
a
entire
backstory. And then because his mom is killed by the demon,
Stop.
then him and his brother, who's also named Dean, they have to go and hunt.
All right, Lorelai, what can I get you to eat? Lorelai, I wish you'd just stop. Can't you just quit it for 1 second? We're taking this seriously.
her transatlantic accent for no reason.
For no reason. No one in the show.
No one does it, but Emily does, and it's fitting.
Maybe Taylor. Taylor's the other one.
Oh, Taylor does. Taylor is a. Well, actually, speaking of. Well, God, I could go forever about the cast of I love your Dosey, it's great. Taylor Dosey, what an icon. But in the town, sorry, I just have to say this because I think Kirk is one of the most brilliant characters ever created for a TV show.
I love your daughter.
Because, my God, they don't have. It saved them a lot of money, and I wonder if that was part of the reason. Where like he does every job. He runs the beauty salon. He is the postman every day delivering mail. But
There's
he
like a
does,
fragrance store he runs at one point. Yeah.
He has every job
characters.
in town. And I think, I imagine it's partially budget reasons, but it was such a fun, smart way to solve that of like, oh, we don't have to hire a new actor every time. Right. We're just going to use Kirk. He's
I
just
love your daughter.
And
What's that supposed to be about?
His short film. Oh, that's one of the best.
And his punchline, as far as I can tell, the game of Kirk is this dude is a little bit ill.
Oh,
he's the ill town boy, and we just sort of. I mean, we're not gonna say it, and it's 2004, so we don't really. But
in the show, they did use the R word.
But
they do use the R word, and then the other thing, I thought that someone said the N word at one point with the last time I watched it, but I looked it up and they didn't. But it was because they, for some stupid reason, gave Jason, one of Lorelai's love interests, the nickname Digger, and they don't emphasize the D enough ever, especially a few times when Emily's saying it very quickly, the D is dropped off. And
that transatlantic.
Yes.
Gotta be careful.
And so I think that's where I was like, really believed
that's
that they
a hard R and everything.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And speaking of Jason, I hate him. I hate him for Lorelai. I think he is bad.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to reel us back in again.
Okay, we'll come back to Lorelai's voice.
We'll go through Lorelai's
Jess,
voice. I guess for Dean, my cap on Dean is I just would have liked to see him break, because when he came back into the picture, I was like, this is not the same. And I do think there's an interesting arc to be told there of like, yeah, maybe he did have like better intentions, and then at some point he just abandoned that. And I wonder like, what part of that is part of like being a man? I genuinely had this thought of like, I do remember being a younger boy and having an idealistic sense of romance, and then just getting jaded and making a lot of dumb decisions off of that. And,
I think you also have to keep in mind that, you know, when Dean comes back, his mom's dead.
Jane, shut the fuck up.
so sick of it.
I'm talking about Jess now. Good old Milo. We love him so much. Our little book nerd, angsty boy that loves literature. Jess is our second boy.
I'm Team Jess. I'm just gonna put it out there.
He's
not a good character by any means, but out of the three guys that Rory dates seriously, he is the best.
I think I like him the most of the guys. I personally, we'll get to it, I think Logan is the best fit for Rory.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Early returns for me are saying the same thing.
Where
I hate that.
Because Rory is a rich girl that grew up poor. There was always a check
Their house
available.
is bigger than the inn Lorelai runs.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Like, she was pretty fine from day one. So Rory is very spoiled and lives in a very sparkly world, and all of Stars Hollow was doted on her. They thought, she grew up where the town at one point made her the ice cream queen. And she was like, I don't want it. This is embarrassing. They were all obsessed with Rory.
But she wanted it.
People in Stars Hollow, I love seeing like TikToks that people make of like a regular person living in Stars Hollow and how like their lives are just consumed with fucking Lorelai and Rory being the center of attention all the time.
Yeah. But
Logan, rich kid, rich family, he very much is what Rory was catered to become,
that's sad,
be with him. When I think emotionally, Jess would be the best option for her.
Because he challenges her?
Yeah, and I think he made her
Logan
better.
Like helps Rory steal a yacht at one point. So.
Yeah, point in case, my favorite thing is
buckle up.
Is Jess going, you
Why
quit
did you
Yale?
drop
Why-
out of
Why
Yale?
did you drop out of Yale? Yeah, I think you guys are right. Maybe he's not the best partner for her, but I think if you're going through like the exes that did something for you or like made you better or whatever, I think Jess is definitely
Yeah,
that.
he
All
pushes her.
Let me ask, where was Jess when the car accident happened?
He was in the car.
Afterwards.
Oh, no. That he bounced and that was fucked up.
He lost me there.
Yeah,
I can't, like,
that's not a
He
real
did
man.
take her to the no, he didn't. An ambulance came and took her to the hospital, right?
he went down by the river.
Oh, that's right.
He hung out at the river.
Yeah, because he was like,
In a van?
I lost my shot.
No.
No, just with his little legs
No, I know.
dangling
By
over
himself,
the
dangling
edge.
over the thing. Yeah, I get it. Like, the way I think of Jess is like, if you got nothing else to drink, you'll drink like brackish water. If your choices are like poison or, cleaning liquid or
Poison.
brackish water,
You just-
you'll drink the brackish
You just
water.
said
But
poison and poison.
let's not. Whatever. But point being, like,
You just said
point being, let's not act like that. I mean, I don't know. Some people have reached out being like, oh, I love Jess. I'm like, how can you love Jess? He's completely closed off. He challenges her, but he really just negates everything that she does or says. I never once saw him happy as a result of them
Maybe you're right then. Listen,
dating.
No.
your
Like,
feelings, you've got a lot of feelings about it, and you've got a lot of points, and like you're
I also
kind of
don't think
swaying
I've ever
me.
really talked to a man in detail about Gilmore Girls. I don't think I
That's
ever
what
have.
I'm here for. That
No, and it's
that
really
diversity.
It's yeah, we
Diverse
need the
opinions.
diversity
A
of a white
white
man.
Man,
But no, it is
I
very
would like a
interesting.
stunt double for one of them. But yeah.
Yeah, no. Honestly, before this rewatch, I probably would have said Team Jess. Rewatching it, I was like, he dropped the ball at every possible opportunity.
Every possible time he could drop the ball.
To
he
the point
did.
where this is the first watch that I was like, Tamara, you kind of fumbled with Dean. Like, you maybe had it good. He did build you a car, but
Can I ask you a hypothetical?
yeah.
If she had stayed with Dean through high school, if they had gotten married, if they were the ones that had gotten married out of all of it, and she'd stayed at Yale, do you think that's a happy ending, or do you think Dean
No.
breaks
Her
it?
and
Yeah.
Dean, they get into so many fights and not what I think
Dean
are
was always
healthy
jealous
fights.
of her, and he didn't like her
He's-
success, and
yeah.
he didn't like how she wanted to achieve stuff because he had no aspirations.
He
You
would have
think?
been
I
at-
always thought he
would
was
have been
too
at
dumb to
Yale.
be jealous of anything.
No,
He
he,
was a little
he
dumb.
was even since the
But
beginning. Even
he
while
was
they
very
were in high school.
jealous. I mean, to be fair, she was emotionally cheating on him from the jump when Jess arrived.
As soon day one Jess arrives,
She's
she
like,
started making plans.
Oh, leather jacket, cute swoopy hair.
He's reading all
that
the
one
time.
side of
He's
his
read a
mouth
book.
that doesn't move. It's so hot, and it is hot. I get it.
Best scene is when Jess is a piece of shit and Luke is really tired of his stuff, and it's the end of the episode too, which is such a great closer, and they're walking along the river like on a bridge. I'll pull up the clip, and Luke just does what Luke does best. He ends the problem, and he just pushes him off the bridge into the
Yeah.
river, and it's great.
It's a very short bridge. If you haven't watched this, it's not a dangerous. It's not like violent. He's just shoves him in.
Should've
It's like
been.
pushing him into a
Should've been.
pool.
He kills him.
But he comes back. a
He said
demon
he ends
hunter.
the problem.
He comes back. That leads me to my other point. And you guys are gonna have to shut up for a second because I gotta.
If this is supernatural, I'm going to shoot you in the face.
no,
Okay.
I know what it's gonna be.
Oh, are you going to talk about... We're not ready to talk about Luke yet.
okay,
Save your smut for a moment.
Shane is though.
I know, she is ready.
fine, I won't.
Sheesh. But the parallel between Jess and Luke is interesting too. They're both
yeah.
the most emotionally repressed people, and
They are. I think they honestly play... they're basically kind of father and son dynamic, but he's his nephew. But just how similar they are in dealing with things. And I also really... The cheesiness of like the book of love and how to like appropriately love
I
a
loved
woman or
that.
whatever.
I loved
it's so
that line.
sweet. And when Luke is like just drops it in Jess's lap and Jess is reading it, I was like, it's such a sweet moment. It's so silly, like that Luke is listening to his cassettes about how to love, but it works.
I will say
He puts it into practice and he gets Lorelai immediately.
as like not the target audience of the show. Like as a guy watching that, I was like, that is a really cool thing to finally, because I get it. He's like this stereotypically like closed off guy, but he still handles things in a crisis. Like he's doing all the things I'm supposed to do, but to see him actually like read the book and start to take care of himself and make some sensible decisions, I was like,
It's really
man,
sweet.
I'm trying to get like you.
That's self-help.
But I don't want to date Lorelai. But I am trying to get like you.
Yeah, Lorelai's a little crazy.
They don't like each other. Not really. They're just the two hottest people around.
I don't agree. I think that
I think they're kind of made for each other.
I think that her
Because they
personality
have
is
banter?
reason enough that he likes her.
He likes the crazy. The same way that
He
like
does.
Richard Gilmore, very put together businessman, doesn't fuck around very much.
And then Emily.
But Emily is crazy.
But she doesn't fuck around either. That's why that worked, is because they're like both about their business.
But I feel like Emily, I mean, with the Pennell and Lot kind of situation, Emily was the other woman.
That was crazy, by the
Yeah.
way. I did not.
They were about to get married, and Emily was the other woman in the scenario. And I love all
Spicy.
of the like, the older Lorelai great grandmother hates Emily. That is every scene where she.
That was always
The
a
way
trip.
great grandma Lorelai
Yeah.
treats Emily is crazy to watch.
You're like, oh, okay. It's generational. It doesn't end. But
Yeah.
Emily, to all her faults, Emily will defend her family like nobody's
Oh, yeah.
business. And there's a great moment. I don't know if you're up to it yet.
Christopher.
Well, no, at the gala when Logan's mom. So
Oh,
Not there
don't,
yet,
honestly,
but-
don't spoil it. I want him to experience that. One of the best Emily
but
moments.
Emily digs in. And when Emily digs in, you're like, that's my fucking girl.
When she gets mad, the dialogue, I don't know what the writing process was or how much improv, or when Emily fights, I'm like, this is the best written part of the show routinely.
What was the one that both of us watched recently where she was like, I'm going to dinner at I'm going to lunch at whatever, and Richard's like, only prostitutes go to lunch or have 2 glasses of wine at lunch, and she said, then get me a feather boa and drive me to Reno. It was something like, it's like the most brilliant writing, and she just says it so fast. But it's also like when she does that, that's how Lorelai speaks. She like quickly can rattle this shit off and in such a smart way. And then, Amy Sherman Palladino, you really popped off with this one, girl.
Yeah. Every fight scene, I'm like, great writing.
Yeah.
Really
and
brings
that's
it home.
hard. That's
love
a hard
Emily.
shoot if you guys think about it too. Like a lot of these conversations are done over a dinner table, which is a nightmare to shoot in general. And I know it's a show and they have a bunch of cameras, but like that needs to be clean and that needs to be crisp, and it is every time. That's kind of the beauty of the show, is it is tight. Everything is moving.
And it's all apparently 60 to 80 pages per episode.
Yeah.
It's like
At the time, it's one of I think the longest TV scripts for like a 40-minute episode on television, because they talk a lot. They say a lot of words in a short
And
amount
yet-
of time.
oftentimes not saying much.
No, but it's smart. Some of this
article.
rewatch, my goal was to like look up anytime they reference something that I didn't know. So that's what I've been doing on this
Oh my
rewatch,
God.
which is a
Each
lot.
episode take you 2 hours.
There's like encyclopedias that people have made on Google of like to.
They're referencing vaudeville acts from the 30s, and you're like, wow, what? They don't even have
How do
footage
they
of
do it?
this.
Yeah. They're very
They didn't
silly.
have cameras when this happened.
Yeah, I love it. Jane,
Yeah.
do your smut.
Can I now?
Yeah, talk about how
All
much you
right,
want to
you've
fuck
been really
Luke.
telling me what to do this whole
Let's talk about
the men.
Lorelai's
We've
men.
talked about the
We talked about the boy.
I don't know how much we're going to get into Logan. The one thing I'll say about Logan, he seems like he would have been cast in Get Out.
yeah.
So far, like he's Bradley Whitford in Get Out, and he was he seems like he was invited to Epstein's Island.
That's what.
I'm sorry.
Well, no,
And he
actually,
was.
I don't
No,
think
I don't know.
Logan's dad, whatever Huntsberger, his last name is so rich. His dad definitely went to Epstein's Island. Logan, I think, probably danced with the idea, but didn't actually do it. He was on the plane. He didn't get off because he loves to
But
take
he knew.
some sort of transportation. This Logan, but Jason Stiles, Digger.
Yeah,
That
he
man
knew
partied with Epstein.
and was working it.
Let's just call him Jason Stiles.
What else would we call him?
His nickname.
Don't say his nickname.
Yeah,
You should bleep it out whenever I say it.
No.
Jason Styles. Okay, talk about Luke. We know you want to.
Luke's Diner.
Luke was supposed to be a woman, by the way.
What?
Yes. So
Did she
Amy
also fight
wanted
demons?
Amy wanted a woman. She had originally wrote a woman for the role, and the network was like, "You've got too many women. This isn't about women, and this isn't about girl power." No, really, but they were like, "We need a man. We need a man to like own one of these businesses." And she was like, "Okay." So Luke became a woman, or the woman
That's
became
a much later season.
Lucella became Luke. And it's very interesting because when you watch the pilot, Luke is kind of almost an undiscovered character, like me and you talked about, because like they didn't know where he was going to go. And he's like in a prim and proper shirt, and he's like grumpy but a little more uppity. And then once we finally
Like very professional.
Yes. Once we finally jump into the first season, it's Lumberjack Luke, and there's like something established there, and we have a character that we can like latch onto and like always expect kind of the same thing from. So that's just an interesting start to him in general.
You think he's hot?
I think that Luke is hot because he's a fantasy. The problem with Luke is that no man that is that shut off and that brooding and that hot would work on themselves that much.
It's true. We don't.
One can attest right here. He knows.
And
You own a diner?
Yeah, there you go. He owns a diner.
What can I get you guys to eat? What do
Can
you
I
guys
get,
want?
Can I get a
Are you
coffee?
guys gonna
8
keep
cups
it?
of coffee.
8 cups of coffee.
All right. Will that come with anything else, or do you want to?
And can I have it in a mug the size of a soup bowl?
No, you asked for that last week. You can't have it this week.
And a whole pie.
Fair enough.
And all of the French fries you have.
And we have to believe that he bakes it.
That's
like,
the other thing that
They've
is
never paid their tab.
absolutely insane. One, yeah, they don't pay. But also, Lorelai and Rory eat fucking trash. They only eat to-go meals. They eat everything greased. And these girls are stick-thin little 2000s Barbie dolls. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're not actually eating that. But the disillusion of how shitty they're eating versus what they look like. And everybody comments on how they eat, too. It's...
Anyways, back to Luke.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
What makes him so hot for you?
I think
He's responsible.
I've gotten to the I think I've gotten to the point, and this is very like for me, so it's fine if you don't agree with it or don't, it's very much an opinion, but I maybe this is my I hate men train thing, but it's really hard for me to find realistic men attractive or hot because they are full of faults, which is like normal and like fine, but it's just like exhausting. And so we have
So you
Luke.
just want fictional men.
Yes, and he is such a
What
good...
are we talking about?
Hold on. He is... I'll tell you why I find him hot. I think he's like the perfect representation of like a fictional small town man. Like he is ridiculously ripped for no reason. We don't know if he works out. We have no
Is
idea.
he ripped?
He's so ripped.
He
got
carries things.
I just watched the scene where they're lying shirtless.
I guess I wasn't looking. Does he
bed.
have abs?
He is...
He's a
toned?
very able body.
Oh, okay.
Used to run track.
He looks good.
He was like
They
the
mentioned that a
hottest
lot.
fucking track runner in all of Stars
Which
Hollow.
His body shape does not say track. It says football.
Yeah.
But okay,
Yeah.
fine. We don't know sports.
This dude could not hurdle at no
Not
point.
at
Could
all.
he hurdle.
No
No,
speed
no.
either. Maybe cross country if we. Anyways, so I think that's and then I just like that he is. I think I find something really attractive in his morals. Like you can say that, hey, you're not supposed to react that way. You're not supposed to punch somebody in the face. But that is Luke. And like, you're not going to get anything different, and he's not going to backpedal, and he's not going to like change his mind. You pissed him off. You did something fucked up that like you shouldn't have done, that morally was messed up. He's going to punch you in the face. And like,
Or kick your car. He kicked the shit out of that car.
yeah, Luke going upstairs to punch
Christopher.
Lorelai's, Christopher, baby daddy, in the face, because let's face it, he's a baby daddy. He's not an ex-husband.
No.
Is so hot. He goes to punch this man, does it. There's no conversation. He opens the door, he punches him in the face, and we can see Luke goes, I did what I do. I'm done. And he gets back in the elevator and he goes home. And that's... Yeah!
Oh, okay. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I would take that man, roll him into a joint, smoke him down.
Wow.
How about that? And I don't even smoke anymore. I'd smoke him. All right, we can move on.
All right.
It wasn't as bad as you thought it was
No,
going to be.
no, I thought you were going to
held
be.
back, though,
Yeah,
for
I
being
thought you were going to be a
honest.
lot dirtier than that, actually.
Well, we can talk about me gargling.
No, we're good. We're good. No, I think we're all right though.
As far let me look at my other notes. We talked about the boys.
I do identify the very like.
You don't find Luke a little bit hot?
Oh
No, I
we
do.
didn't talk
I
about-
do,
You
but I
You
didn't.
don't want to kiss him like a little bit?
No, here's the reason is there's a lot of Luke I identify with, maybe aspirationally.
It's like narcissistic to like want to kiss yourself.
Yeah, that is sort of the definition. But his pining for Lorelai but never doing anything about it, other than I think he says it at one point. He's like, I thought my actions would speak for themselves.
Yeah, he thought he was putting in the work, and he wasn't.
No.
Yeah, but I really identified with that because for a very long time, that is exactly how I thought. He is.
Yeah, you're like, how could you not tell? I was doing all these things for you.
Which, to be fair, I do think it's like at some point it's like, oh come on, he's giving you $30,000 with no interest, and you're like, he's just a good nice little diner owner
just
with
my
cash
best
on him.
friend.
I'm like that too, by the way. I'm like that. I'm still like that. I feel like in every relationship I've ever been in or whatever, or any guy I was ever into, it was like, you can't tell, all right, whatever. Or and if not, the most forward I would do is, oh no, I was pretty forward. I'd kiss them, and then I'd just walk away.
Yeah,
and if they
I can't.
Well,
and if they still didn't get it, I'd be like, okay, you're weird.
Laura
You don't
and
get it.
Luke's first kiss, oof, good stuff. Where he's like, will you stand still? And then good kiss right then.
Whoa.
It was a good kiss.
Is it as good as what's that show?
Supernatural.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Woo! We can't talk about that yet. It's not old enough.
They also don't kiss in that movie. Isn't that crazy? There's no kissing in K-pop Demon Hunters.
Who's that girl? It's Jess.
New girl. That is a good kiss.
The new girl kiss? We'll show it to you after this.
It's a
I've
good
watched
kiss.
New Girl.
Yeah.
Okay, the hallway kiss. She's in
Yeah.
her little robe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
it's a good
I
kiss.
don't know. I don't know anything that would beat that right now.
Oh my god.
Are you good? We talk about Luke for 3 minutes and you're off your kilter.
You're all frazzled over there.
No, I just always appreciate it. I'm like, this guy he's doing his best. I wish I could kind of reach through and tell him on my life experience, like, hey buddy, that's not enough. You got to label it. Otherwise you're going to go crazy.
And I mean, as soon as he does start putting in the work, it happens so fast.
Yeah. Once he just starts articulating.
Yeah, once
hey,
he just
I
starts
like you.
saying how he feels, she's like, all right, I'm down.
Yeah.
But he
to
just
be
never
clear,
did.
he's her dealer.
Yeah.
She's addicted to coffee and apparently can only go to one place.
Well, he has the best coffee, and I think she ggets it for free.
Right.
So I would also be going there if I was
best coffee.
He literally works the corner.
Yeah.
What?
It's true. It's
Uncle
true.
Luke.
We've talked a lot about men for a show called Gilmore Girls, which is true. It's fair because they date a lot of boys in the show. But I want to talk about what I think to be behind Emily Gilmore, maybe behind the Gilmore Girls. The best character in this show is Paris Geller.
Oh my god, I fucking love Paris.
I love her. I think the duality of having her versus Rory throughout her whole...
And their friendship is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
They're enemies to besties.
What?
But also they never actually... I don't think Rory ever really likes her.
No.
They're just
Wait.
always
No,
victims
it
of
is-
circumstance
when-
constantly.
Great character. Horrible friend. Why would you
No.
ever?
Oh, yeah, she's not a
I
good
will
person.
tell you why. There's a scene you probably haven't gotten to yet, but when Lorelai drops out Rory drops out.
Mhm.
Paris goes to her mom's house, interrupts Luke's and Lorelai's date night, barges in, very Paris.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck is going on? I can't be without my friend at school. You cannot allow this to happen. What kind of mother are you? What are you doing? Like, she cares.
I have a theory.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is going to pan out, but boy, do I hope it does. I think I think Paris is in love with Rory.
Yeah. I mean, if Gilmore Girls was written today, yeah.
No.
Paris
doubt,
is marrying
right?
a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought I'd ask.
The whole thing with the professor, I always forget that happens too. It's very fun to watch, but also I'm like, why is she hooking up with her 60-year-old
It's not
professor?
believable at all.
It's strange.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it just makes him look really gross, which is the point. They're not hiding that it's fucking weird that he's hooks up with different freshmen every year.
But it's also not a problem,
Paris-
really.
No one's
But,
stopping him.
Yeah, it's before Me Too, and yeah.
Paris is
And honestly,
really
I bet
great.
he fucking loved Epstein.
Yeah.
Fisher? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A regular.
I'm going to be doing some close-up clips on your feet, and you're going to be fine with it.
Toe flexing.
It's every time something wrong happens or you're just a little worried. Just, the grippers.
I want
Yeah,
to...
Paris is great.
Remember
She's
when
a
she has
very
her
fun
breakdown
character.
during the debate when she
Incredible.
in front
Oh,
on
when she doesn't get into
C-SPAN,
Harvard?
She tells
Yeah.
all of all 12 viewers on C-SPAN that she lost her virginity and
that's
didn't
what-
get into Harvard. That was I was
It's
like,
amazing.
yo,
She's
you
the one who
are,
drops the R's, right? Like all,
No,
most of them.
Rory's the first one to do it.
Oh.
And then...
I feel like that's a Paris thing.
It happened again recently. No, I think Lorelai says it second.
Jesus Christ.
It's a sign of the times. You know, back then, we didn't blink an
pre-housing
eye.
crisis. We weren't thinking about that.
Yeah. There were
Speaking
other
of
things on our
Gilmore
mind.
Girls,
I do want to talk about, and Jane, you're going to have to pull up photos for this.
Yeah, I will. This episode is going to take me days to edit because I'm going to be putting in so many clips. Go get into it though.
Appreciate you. So I can't possibly understand why, but this show only ever got one Emmy. Fucked up. They should all have Emmys. No. It is for outstanding makeup for a series. And let me tell you, it's for one of my favorite episodes because I think it's a really incredible episode.
Oh, okay.
It's for the Festival of Living Art. It's the episode when Susie has her baby.
That was
I remember
crazy.
that.
It's incredible.
I don't remember that.
I'll pull up the side by sides. The town, you know how there's like all in the little cluster of small towns, they have festivals and they like rotate which town has festivals. And the Festival of Living Art, they have to recreate famous paintings using people.
Oh.
And like Lorelai has
Lorelai
this whole
flinch-
crisis where she was like,
flinches.
but I'm a spitting image of the Renoir girl. And they're like, but you flinch. She's like, I did not flinch. And then she ends up getting her way and she does the painting. But they won best makeup for that because if you go like watch it, the attention to detail is crazy. The Last Supper, they build like the table
It's
at
amazing.
perspective and they like hold their pose. It looks real. And like Rory's, you'll pull it up wherever, the side by side of the Rory painting of a girl named Antea or something like that, she looks just like her. It's crazy. The makeup that they did is really incredible, and I was like, if they're gonna win an Emmy, give it for that episode. It's amazing.
And at the end of the episode, I think you mentioned Suki goes into labor.
Did I say Susie? I'm not a real fan.
Suki.
I feel like I said Suki.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy, who we haven't even talked about.
But Melissa McCarthy was going to be a different character.
Didn't she audition to be Lorelai or something?
Well, no. In the original episode, they actually had... I'll pull it up. A lot of my fun facts are coming from the BuzzFeed article, and then the author for it is Angelica Martinez. But there's a lot of characters that were actually switched. So Dean is actually one of them. So Dean was originally a different... actor, and he did not test well in the pre-pilot episode. He in fact tested so badly that like if you can watch the pre-pilot episode and you're like, Jesus Christ, thank God they picked someone else. But yeah, so
it was going to be her.
Yes, it was going to be
Alex Bronson from Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Alex Borstein, yeah.
Or Borstein, sorry.
And she I mean, she's still actually in the season, so she's the one who plays the harp.
Right.
And
Yeah.
she's so funny as the harp lady.
They
Like,
booted her real quick.
they booted her quick because, I mean, she did her thing as the harp lady. She's very funny. It works. She's like, her rude demeanor is like, and curtness is really good. And I'm glad The Marvelous Miss Maisel is another Amy show.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she was brought back. But it really isn't that interesting? Like, put her in place of Melissa McCarthy, who plays it as so bubbly and it's like so happy. It would be a completely different. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, where would Lorelai be getting like her positive friendship
Yes,
from?
exactly.
You know?
Liza Wheel, because we were just talking about Paris, who played Paris, had actually auditioned to play Rory, but she wasn't the right fit. Tell me about it.
That's the one that I was mixing up.
Amy remembered her from audition, though, and told ET she's unbelievably brilliant. She's a master comedian, so I wrote her in. And so Paris Geller was born. I cannot talk this episode.
Yeah, she was great.
She's
And
so
Just a
good.
great foil, and honestly deserved Harvard. But yeah,
And then,
Yeah, she did. She's smart.
we just talked about this, but Luke wasn't in the original script. He evolved from a character called Daisy, who Amy originally wrote into the diner, but WB wanted a male character, added to the show, and so Daisy became Luke. And then
and Jane was never the same.
Yeah. There was sorry not to interrupt you, but there was a very funny video I saw recently that was talking about that all the men in Gilmore Girls are very funny because they all are just an occupation. Like Richard is insurance.
I work
Luke
at the
is
I'm beach.
diner.
I'm Ken and
Jess
I'm
is
Beach Ken.
books.
Yeah.
Dean is
Shelf.
yeah.
Shelf.
Jess is
Logan
back
is
of car.
Rich.
Right.
There's
Interest payment, dividend payment. Yeah.
There's not a lot of depth to most of the men in the show. Like we get Luke, but other than that, it's like kind of surface level. It is a show by women and for women in, I think, at its core. But it's funny that the men are just kind of like there to progress the plot, but we're not following them.
Jane, if I say gray sweatpants episode.
Oh my God.
I didn't know. I it's only through this show I learned that there's this phenomenon of gray sweatpants on men, and I
didn't
understand. Know? I was born at night, but not last night.
Let me
But
tell you guys something. I'm ovulating right now.
You don't say.
And girls, if you know what that means, men think when you're ovulating, you're like,
women, if you don't know what ovulating,
men think ovulating is like, oh, you're just feeling really good and you're like feeling hot and sexy. No, I want to rip things in half that I find hot. I want to swallow things whole. Okay. Anyways,
Jane, I gotta say, it might be a little specific to you. I don't know if I feel quite that intense.
you don't feel feral when you're ovulating.
No.
I feel everything and anyone
Okay.
I could kill.
but with love.
No. Just kidding. Okay.
Read
so
your
another fun
BuzzFeeds.
fact, and that, we just talked about this, like characters being gay or feeling like the characters are gay and wanting them to be. A big character switch up was Amy originally wanted Sookie to be a lesbian. But
That
being
makes
that it was the
sense.
early 2000s, the studios were against it. Again, men ruin everything.
Her and Jackson, it's lovely, but it doesn't make any sense.
It's a little like Lane and Zach, where it's like they're just byproducts of they work together, and you know what? They're there. You might as well just like date this person, marry this person.
It's dry plot powder.
Yeah.
In case it's
and
needed.
it,
Yeah.
honestly,
I like the way
Suki,
that sounds. Say that
Suki
again.
and Lorelai, actually, what a couple they would be.
Come on, say it again.
Dry plot powder.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what did you say? I'm so sorry.
If Suki and Lorelai, if Lorelai was like a late in life lesbian, I think
Lorelai's a titty
I
girl.
actually think Lorelai would drive each other crazy if they were together too much.
I'd still watch that.
Oh, I would absolutely watch it. But Suki being a lesbian actually makes a lot of sense. And I feel like that would have been a better choice.
I love whenever they let Melissa McCarthy. They're clearly episodes where they're like, "Hey, do your thing," and she goes.
They're like, you're going to be a star,
She goes,
girl.
she goes a little crazy, and I think that's
She's
the
so
best.
fun. Yeah.
Something that you had mentioned before that I think is like, I guess a fun fact that everybody knows. But yeah, Amy wanted the show to end with 4 words. She wanted it to be a circular thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lorelai got pregnant with Rory, so the last 4 words were supposed to be, Mom, what? I'm pregnant. And then camera cuts. We did end up getting that in the Netflix revival, but I really do wish we got that in the original series. It would be pretty sickening.
Jess.
This is the last thing I'll say. There was almost a Gilmore Girls spin-off show. I said it right, guys. Did you even hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Called Windward Circle. And it was set to be in Venice, California. Typical. And it would have been about Jess Mariano's life. I didn't know that was his last name. The spin-off was reportedly canceled due to the high price of filming on location in Venice. Sure. Even then, it was expensive to film in California.
Yeah. But also, him going to California to meet his dad is one of the least interesting things to me.
I think we got to go back. I would be more like they use, I can't remember which season it is, but when they do the flashback to when Lorelai finds out, I love it, and I'm like, oh great, so we're gonna start to see that and maybe tell more of the entire story here through that mechanism. Never did it, of course.
It's just like
because we don't
one
do
episode of flashbacks.
We don't go too far
it's
into
just,
people's backstory.
It's just chitter chatter, and then someone breaks up or gives money. That's it. That's the show. Chitter chatter, break up, a lot more chitter chatter, money.
Yeah, it just had a lot of big feelings and a little body.
I love the way that dude quit on himself.
Yeah, but you get to see him you see when he came back for his mom's wedding, like he's grown up a little bit because he's like been on his own living in New York, like fending for himself. He's like a little bit better.
Jess?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was quoting Dean there, but yeah.
Oh, were you? Am I even a fan? But Jess, you get to see a couple more times as he's like gotten more mature. And that's when I think it makes more sense for people to be Team Jess, because you're like, oh, okay, I see where you get.
Yeah.
But when you just see Jess as a kid the first time, you're like, yeah, this boy is a piece of shit, actually. He doesn't respect anyone at all. Not even really himself.
Here's my last fun fact for you guys, and then I think we can kind of assess how we feel about everything, but this has to do with what you mentioned, which is that Kirk is constantly playing multiple different people. Kirk Gleason, played by Sean Gunn, was inspired by Amy's father, who was an actor and writer who typically would get a different hat and different name each week. So Kirk did the same, taking on just about every odd job you could imagine in Stars Hollow. I think it's a sweet little detail.
Yeah, it's great. But I also think it was a way for them to avoid paying more actors.
Yeah,
like, well, okay.
Hey, I love it.
It
was a fun joke.
It's great. It's very fun. I'm like, hey, we don't have a person to be this character? All right, well, Kirk will be this character in this episode. Why not?
Again, when it becomes introduced that Kirk occasionally has nude night terrors, I'm like, okay, is there a hospital in Stars Hall? Like, do we have somewhere we can get Kirk the help he needs? This guy's he's in trouble. Like
he lives with his mom through having a very serious relationship, and I think that's for the best.
Yeah,
he's got a caretaker.
Brilliant way to not label what we're all seeing.
Yeah, we all know it's there. It's just
Kirk.
not.
Check out this BuzzFeed article. There's a lot of really fun little facts like that I think you guys would enjoy, especially because the show is it's so full of detail and iconic lines, and it ran for a while. It had 7 seasons, correct?
Yes.
So,
7 seasons and 7
check
years.
Check out this article. It's
we don't
very
get
fun.
that nowadays.
No, we do not.
Each one 22, 23 episodes.
2 sets.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, okay, my question is this, right, guys? I mean, you still have a little bit of ways to go, but I think you have enough seasons under your belt to ask you the question, like, has this show held up? No.
It's like since its creation, or how do I feel? Like what do I think of it?
Like watching it now. Do you feel like it held up okay?
Yeah. I think I am still trying to formulate kind of what I think is like the moral takeaway or lesson of the show. And I guess where it is for me right now is like in all the things you think are like the little inconsequential things in life, love and cherish them very deeply, because they will, in some way or another, they will go eventually. This will all come to pass.
Aww.
And
I'm gonna cry.
well, and it's like and like, as much as it frustrated me in the earlier seasons when they like jumped big things, I realize it's like what I would imagine Amy's like focus for the show is that's not what makes the relationship. Those big things happen to all of us in some form or another, but it's like these little things that we commit to with each other. And I also love like the fact that it's all like a pre-phone, pre-social media thing. It's like their commitment in a small town is to each other. And even when you have to deal with Taylor or your, overbearing mother and father or whatever, it's like, it's those little relationships and the little things that we do along the way that make us who we are. And I think that is a really cool message that they don't say overtly. It just is presented.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't get deep like that on this show.
Oh, is that not what this is?
What the fuck? This
Sorry.
is funny.
That was very
the
sweet.
other thing
No,
I'd
that was
say
very
is
sweet and very
wait
poignant.
on sex.
And the show does.
Wait on all dudes is the other takeaway. Is I don't know why would anyone date when they're a teenager?
I didn't.
I
didn't lose
Not by
my
choice. I didn't, but not by choice.
I didn't lose my V card until I was 19. I didn't get my first kiss until 19, and then the summer of me being 19, my mom went, "What's going on?" And so there was a hot guy that I was into, and I did everything with him that summer. So I waited quite a while. And
Was
I
his
agree.
name Luke?
No, his name was Alyosha.
We're just
Shout out.
shout out.
I didn't say last name.
That's a pretty unique first name.
I don't know the last name, actually.
Not everything.
Yeah, I didn't do everything, I guess. But I agree with you. I think honestly, I think I should have even waited a little bit more. Like, I think my first kiss was perfect.
Gilmer.
Gilmore Girls. But I agree with you. I like that in the show, a woman's education and like what a woman wants to make of herself in the show is number one priority. Not just for Rory, but like Sookie too. Like, her pride and joy is her cooking. She's an incredible chef. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I kind of wished Suki would break out of Stars Hollow. Is that coming?
The way that once Emily Gilmore is like, "You're the best chef," I'm like, yeah, she needs to be in the big leagues.
Yeah, go to New York.
If Emily Gilmore is like, "Girl, I want you over anything that money could buy," and she wants this small town chef, she's too good. She's too good for her.
And I feel the same way theoretically about Lorelai, where like all the time I'm watching Lorelai, I'm like, she should have been part of the Sex and the City crew. I feel like that's
crossover episode.
Can you imagine Lorelai in that pack? Anyway.
What about you, Dagny? I know what your answer is going to be, but
yeah, this show's perfect. I have no qualms. It is my ultimate comfort show, and it's also a show that when I have it on, I'm sitting and watching it. It's not really a background show for me. Like, I'm locked in. If it's on, it's like almost kind of, it feels like a drug a little bit. I'm like, once I started, I can't stop.
it's because of Luke.
It's not. It's now, I know like when the beats of like the great moments are, and it's all just like I'm watching it because I'm like, oh, I have to watch all of the lead up to like that great payoff for that one thing, and or like I know this like line that I like, the Jess line, but like there's a lot of moments that I'm like, oh, this is so good, and I have to watch everything in between.
That's kind of
All
how
the
I feel
chitter-chatter.
about that's kind of how I feel about Dean. I can't like pass up his backstory and like how he becomes a demon hunter and like
I fucking we're wrapping this up.
You know what lesson another lesson I just realized I've taken away is like, it's okay to, because I feel like I've had Dean moments, I've had Jess moments, I've had Logan moments, I've had Rory moments, like whatever. Just don't be Christopher.
And that
just don't be a Christopher at the end of the day, because
And don't get back with a Christopher.
No, truly.
Ever.
I can't believe
Ever.
Just wait.
I will not. I will go home and watch
I'll
more
say
right now.
It's tough.
My closing thoughts on what I think about the show. I think that also I've been referencing Supernatural. If none of you know what I'm talking about,
We did an episode
Jared
on it.
Padalecki went from one very, very popular show to another one that like went on for ages, and we talk about it in our episode with Whitney. But that's a great career. I mean, he went from Gilmore Girls right into Supernatural, being one of the main characters. Anyways, moving on. And there was a crossover episode for Gilmore Girls in Supernatural, which is great.
And they just like go to Stars Hollow.
Yeah, they go to the set.
That's fun.
Yeah. But I will say that for me, the show has held up 90%. I think there's, of course, lingo that is very old. I think there's a lot of LGBTQ stuff that could have been shown and enjoyed and been really beautiful to watch and made the show better. But it's not there. And that's a product of its time. That being said, I think that that show has a lot to still teach people. And I think it also, I don't think it's only for women. I think it's written by a woman about women, but I think more men should watch it. I think it's great that you're watching it because it teaches, it teaches you things as you grow up as a woman and as a man when you're observing like women's achievements and how they're raised and what they actually want. Anyways, I think it's held up. I thoroughly enjoy the show. And Dagny, would you like to
Yeah.
fry the egg, as we say?
Fry the egg. Loosen up the
What?
boots.
Loosen up the hole. Fry
Someone
the egg.
explain
Yeah.
themselves.
Tying up.
No.
No. I'm just closing out the show. What are we talking about? Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah. I've been waiting for this one. I love Gilmore Girls.
And I love Brennan.
Yeah.
I love you too. Not in the way that you love Luke, but
No.
it's okay.
No one will be Luke. No one.
Except I don't even think we acknowledged that you were dressed as Luke the
What?
whole time.
Huh?
Me?
There you go. All you have to do is wear a flannel and a backwards hat and you're Luke.
Gray sweatpants.
Gray sweatpants. Anyway, this has been How You Holding Up. If you like this episode, listen to all of our other episodes. And if you have any mediums you would like us to revisit and talk about, email us at howyaholdingup@gmail.com or DM us. Our DMs are open on Instagram. Send us nudes.
No. Stop.
You can send me your nudes.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you want to promote anything? Sorry.
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
I've
always
got
forget.
a couple shows. I've got a character team called Back Pocket Comedy. You can follow us on Instagram at Back Pocket Comedy, and we've got a show currently at UCB in LA. I'm also on a mod team at UCB, Rodeo Baby, so you can follow them at Instagram as well, and you can follow me at Brennan Lee Comedy. Not Brennan Lee Mulligan. I'm not him.
I don't even know who that is.
He's very funny.
No, I know
and
who he
he's
is, but
yeah.
we don't talk about him. You're the only one.
And here I am mentioning him. So, you know what? Follow him
I'm
too.
going to
while
bleep
you're
his
at
name
it.
out when you say it.
But no, thank you both for having me on, and
Oh, it's a
I
pleasure.
appreciate it. I love chopping
I've
it
been
up on
waiting
some
for this.
Gilmore Girls.
Some Gilmore
Chopping it up.
Girls.
I just love
Can't wait to
chopping
get
it.
to the Demon Hunter part. It's gonna hit different, I'm sure.
Have you seen Supernatural?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. That should be your next one. That's for the ladies.
The next one is Gossip Girl.
I think it's so fucked that they named it the brother Dean in Supernatural after this very popular show that he was on for 7 years playing the character Dean. There are so many other names. Why would they make it confusing like that? At least give him the same whatever. Who gives a fuck? Watch Supernatural. Watch Gilmore Girls.
You were closing us out.
I was closing us out. I think I did it all.
You didn't do the email.
I said email us at howyaholdingup@gmail.com.
That's
It's spelled like the name of the podcast. Holden with no G and yeah, not you. Sorry, I forgot to say.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, Jane.
Bye, Dagny.
Bye, y'all.